Welcome to It's Life, Dude. I'm that dude, and this is Life, Dude. Today I have a special guest coming way out of Texas. What part of Texas are you from, sir?
Houston, Texas.
Can you please state your name for me?
David Wane Allen.
Sir, I understand that you were in the military.
Yes, it was.
Can you give me a little bit of background on that?
Oh, I was a medic, a field medic, a 91B10 field medic. Spent a little time overseas.
Okay.
I didn't do a whole lot. I stayed 4 years, came back.
Okay.
It was a good experience for me.
Okay. Okay. A lot of people do what? What is it? 4 or 2 years is the regimen?
4 is the minimum.
Okay, 4 is the minimum. Okay. Thank you for your service, sir. So where exactly do you come from? Where you hailing out of?
Oak City, North Carolina.
Okay.
Martin County.
Martin County. That okay. Martin County. I'm not too. I don't think I've ever heard of Martin County before.
That's where Oak City is. That's the general county area that Oak City is in.
Okay. So you were born in Oak City.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see. And you had brothers and sisters out there, sir?
Yeah, I had 3 more brothers there, 5 sisters.
Oh, okay.
I actually am the baby of 10.
10. That's a lot of cheering. Somebody was busy. Oh Lord. So was it like the area you grew up in? Was it like a rural area? Was it like country? Farm living.
Yeah. Farm living.
Okay. What kind of animals did you have on the farm, sir?
No, horses, cows, chickens.
Wow.
That type of thing.
Okay. In an earlier conversation that we had, you were telling me about a goose, I think it was?
Yeah, man, I had a pet goose.
Okay, tell me a little bit, give me a backstory on that goose.
His name was Bruce. My parents got him for me, and I kind of raised him.
Bruce the goose.
Yeah, he spent so much time around the chickens and stuff, so I guess he thought he was one, and
okay.
He had began to.
He had to what?
Trying to mate with my mother's chickens.
Oh my goodness!
And it was breaking the chickens' legs. It was so heavy.
Oh wow!
And I come home from school one day, and he was on the menu.
Bruce the goose was on the menu, and you didn't know it.
No, I didn't. I went out and called for my goose.
Oh my goodness!
Just some of the lighter moments there at home, but
was that a traumatic experience for you?
Yeah, as a child.
Oh Lord have mercy! Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
It could have been worse if I had seen how they did it. But
well, me for one, I'm glad that you didn't see that. Because I had to put my dog on the truck and watch him go away, and I got that dog for my 13th birthday, man, and that thing hurt me to my heart, man. That was Wolf. The dog was called Wolf. He was half Siberian Husky, half Chow, and he had a little curly tail, and he would defend me to no end. I love that dog. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But Bruce the goose was on the menu. That man, that hurts me just thinking about it.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my goodness!
It was something for me to do when I got home from school.
Okay.
To play with,
Yes, sir.
But yeah, it was some of the lighter moments, like I said,
Understood. So what made you go from Carolina, Oak City, to where you are in Texas? What city you in Texas? Houston. Okay. What was that move about?
Well, my brother out here, he had been in the military
Right, right.
He was a career man in the military, and he was, I think, finishing up like his last 5 years.
Okay.
And he was gone all the time, and my sister-in-law, his wife, she was a teacher out here.
Okay.
And he said that it was to form a better life for me and
Okay.
my mom.
Okay.
But we ended up taking care of the kids and that kind of thing for him to finish up what he had to do.
So it sounded like it ended up being a catch-22.
Yeah.
Okay, understood. But you guys ended up staying in Texas, obviously, because you're still there.
Yep, since 1970.
How do you like it? 1970. Wow. How do you like it, though?
It has its moments.
Okay.
It has its moments, you know. The access to everything.
Understood.
I'm just minutes from everything, from the medical center to downtown to anywhere you want to go.
So the part of Houston that you're in, is that more rural or more city?
City.
Oh,
more city.
Okay.
More city.
That had to be an experience for you coming from the country into the city, then, huh?
Yeah. It was a total culture shock.
I bet it was.
You know, and for an old country boy like myself, it was a few vultures out here that would take advantage of old country boy like this. I learned by trial and error.
I was about to ask you. I was about to ask you if you learned many lessons, but because with that kind of situation, it had to be not just a traumatic experience, but an experience that was life altering.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Down from the schools to the friends that I made.
Right.
You know, I just kind of at one point stood out like a sore thumb. You know.
Of course.
I was, until I began to blend in. I began to, do like the natives do. You know?
When in Rome, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Unreal.
Nothing beats home, though, man. Nothing beats home.
I believe it. Now, and there in Texas, when you became an adult there, what kind of work did you get into?
My very first job here was at James Original Coney Island.
What's that?
It was a hot dog stand, Coney Island.
Oh wow, that's different.
Yeah, and it was something for a little youngster to do, And then
how old were you? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But how old were you?
Well, I just turned 13, so I was probably like 16, 17.
Okay, so that was your first job then?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. Went into the military at 19.
Oh, you went into the military out of Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you went into the military out of Carolina.
No, I was 12 when I left Texas.
I didn't know that. I did not.
I left Oak City. And when I got here, I turned 13 that following March. I got here in August. That following March, I turned 13.
Unreal. Wow. That's an epiphany because I had no idea. I did not know that. I thought you guys went from North Carolina and you went to the military and then you came home in Texas. Oh!
Yeah. 6 years here before I went.
Wow. 6 years in Texas before you went to the military.
Yep.
So then all of those 6 years of you dealing with how to maneuver through Texas kind of hardened you and made you ready for that military life then, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay. Okay, I get it. Okay.
I would have been a Gomer Pyle type of guy.
Oh my God.
Coming straight from the country going into the military, but yeah, it kind of got me ready for it.
Understood. Wow, that's an epiphany, meaning, and the thing is, it's good to know that you were made stronger before you got to be able to go into the military because you ended up learning a lot of things. You got the street smarts, which is crazy important.
Yeah, for sure.
Because street smarts will help you in life. I don't care where you are and what you do. If you don't have street smarts, you don't got no smarts at all, as far as I'm concerned. And I don't care where you are in the world. You have to have some kind of street smart.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't...
Here in the city of Houston...
Yes, sir.
That made the difference between life and death.
Just like I said, you got to have some kind of street smarts in order to navigate this world. Because I'm telling you, I mean, I know people who are so book smart, they're stupid.
Yeah.
Because they don't know nothing else.
Yeah, I do too.
You got to live life and experience life. You got to be able to be out there, going here and there, and experience how to. That's why I'm scared for these children today. Is because
Absolutely.
It's because they don't have no real street smarts. We were outside. We were doing things. We were able to experience life. We were able to experience the way that it was. So it's a very fortunate thing that you were able to experience at least 6 years of that before you went into the military, because it made you extremely strong. So once you got out of the military, where'd you work then?
I went to work for Dresser Industry.
What's that?
We put together valves for oil companies.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, it's a division of Schlumberger, which is the same thing. It was oil affiliated.
Okay.
And I was there. I think I stayed. I only did that like 2 years. I hopped around and did different things.
Okay.
And it made a turn for me.
Okay.
I got affiliated with some bad people, and things made a bad turn for me.
Okay, it was a little touchy here and there for a minute then.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think every youngster goes through that, and then because that's what creates that grown man. You got to go through hell before you can taste a little bit of heaven.
Yeah. Back to what you said. These kids today.
Yes, sir.
They're all clogged up. They're all crowded in on the inside, and they're playing these games and
right.
These AI-related games
right.
and different things.
Right.
And they're not outside. They don't get a chance to experience a lot of stuff. Then when things happen,
they get stuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I see it all the time, man. In certain situations, I had to be in the courtroom just to be a witness to certain situations, and to be in there and to see, my people go through some stuff. I had my run-in and had to be in the courtroom once or twice myself, but nothing major. But it was to the point that it'll change your life if you have no type of background. And you don't have any type of authority in your life, then you're not going to understand what it is to go through it and then learn from that lesson. There's many lessons to be learned in life, but you got to learn them. And obviously, you learned yours.
Oh yeah, for sure. I kind of rejected a lot of structure that was offered to me.
Right.
That was and I found out I ended up back doing the same, back at that same point.
Wow.
Structure is important to me now.
Yes, sir.
Structure, base, the beginnings. You have to go back to the beginnings.
Right.
Of the way you were raised and things you've learned.
Right.
Because if you don't, you'll be like a mouse in a Ferris wheel. You go round and round and around.
You will continue to make the same mistakes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So now what do you do?
Well, I retired now.
Oh.
I've been maintenance at my church.
Oh wow.
For 21 years. Doing different things, keeping it up and running, inside, outside.
Okay.
Dealing with a lot of contractors.
Okay.
Then I have my own business, a landscaping business, and that's
Okay.
what I've been doing.
Okay.
But I'm kind of retired now. I'm sitting back now. Still have to work. You know, you can't live on retirement.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood, because the way life is structured, it's a crazy thing. I did a video today, and I posted it today about the weird experiences I had this last week. It's episode number 33, and it's called strange strange weeks. No, a strange few days. That's what it's called. A strange few days. Episode 33. A strange few days, because it was so weird. Everything was just weird this week, and I agree with you, man. It can get a little hairy, you know, touch and go with retirement and trying to live through life and trying to do what you got to do. Life will throw some stuff at you if you ain't ready for it.
For real. You know, these are things that has to be taught in the home to children.
Exactly.
And it's got to be walked out. It's got to be shown.
Exactly.
Because to get old and not know what to expect, you're just an old child walking around. You have to be prepared for it. You gotta know different things and how to live your life as an older person.
My father said it best. He said, "You don't want to be an old damn fool."
Smart man.
Oh man.
Smart man.
Oh my goodness, man. For an uneducated man, he was the smartest person I ever met. I ain't gonna lie. and
you know, those are, I will say, the most
unique.
Because you know you have to double up when you don't have the school education. When you didn't get that, you got to kind of beef it up a little bit to exist in this world.
And he beefed it up just doing everyday life and trying to navigate. And he learned everything he had to go through. He learned, so that means he went through a lot of different mistakes trying to get it.
Yeah. And that's what's getting it the hard way is filled with.
Exactly. Pitfalls.
Pitfalls. You get kicked in the butt quite a bit.
You know what my mother told me? She said, "How long you gonna bend over and let life kick you in the butt?" And that, man, her and my dad, they would say some weird stuff, and I didn't get it.
Yeah, man, my mom, we used to have a horse at home. We had 2 horses on the farm,
right.
Lightning and Maud.
Lightning and Maud?
Lightning was a real idiot, boy. He killed you. But Maud was a real mild-tempered female horse.
Okay.
And but she would kick you. You keep messing with her and doing the same thing to her, she'd kick you. And my mama had a saying, when you just wouldn't listen.
Right.
We're gonna let Maud kick you in the butt.
Oh wow.
You know, and I find myself saying it right now, even to my kids. Keep on. Maud will kick you in the butt. It's kind of a colloquialism.
Okay.
That we use, you know, to indicate how life can do you.
And it's a true fact, man.
It is.
That's real talk right there. You know, it's absolute pinnacle that, you know, kids have an understanding. But how can you get an understanding if you don't live through something? You have to go through things in order to comprehend, realize, recognize, and know. These kids are getting a free ride, and then they get hurt in the end because they crash.
You know, and it's all due to today's mothers, and I ain't gonna say today's, just not the mothers, but the fathers also. They want to be friends with their children.
It's because of what life. It's because of what life society has done to the family unit. You're right about that.
My boy, the fathers, these young boys, refer to their children as that's my boy, my boy, not as my child, but my hangout boy.
No,
I got friends of mine that goes on the corner and smoke weed with their son.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
And for the women go, some of the women they go to clubs with their daughters.
No.
All you do is cancel out your authority in these children's life.
So you cannot raise a child in a situation like this, because if you raise them up in that environment, you have no control after that, because you threw your authority in the fire.
Absolutely. You cancel out your authority.
The authority is gone.
My child is not going to hang out with me doing anything.
Period.
You got your friends. I got my friends. I don't need to be your friend. I need to be your parent.
There was back in the days. There was a tribal ritual type of living that we all adhered to, and this was from the days of the Bible all the way up until a certain point in history, until everything got switched around. And the thing is that unit was a family unit. That unit was a tribal unit. It took the whole tribe to raise just one daggone child, and they did it, and it was always a trial by fire, and they raised them children to be a part of the group, and the part of the group was where they was. That was their inheritance, and it was a true inheritance, and then that's how they maintained their self, their dignity, their pride, their love, and their land. But now all of that got taken away.
It didn't just exist in the bloodline family.
Right.
It existed with neighbors. It existed. I come up around a area to where my next door neighbor, Miss Sadie.
Right.
We used to catch the bus over at her house. That's where the bus would stop.
Yes, sir.
Put us off at.
Mhm.
And I could be running around playing at Miss Sadie's house sometimes, and something would slip out of my mouth I didn't have any business saying it. There were no telephones. We didn't have any telephones. And if someone had a phone, it would be miles away somewhere.
Sir.
But when I got home, that word I said would beat me there.
And then you would get beat there. Yeah, because I've been in that situation when I was a kid more than once. Trust me. You can't tell a lie and then expect to go home and mama don't know you done lied somewhere, and then she's gonna ask you that same question, and you man.
Your parents would ask you, oh, so they're lying on you?
Exactly.
Between and betwixt, because if you tell her that yes, she lying, you're gonna get beat.
Man, I got beat by my uncle, my aunts, my nieces, my nephews. All those that was older than me when I got home, I get taught by all of them, and I'm the oldest because they would make sure that I knew that I did wrong. All of them would make sure that I knew that I did wrong. Every last one of them, and it was many times I'm like, all of y'all got to get me, and the answer every one of them, yes.
Because they knew you're going to be over here again sometime.
Exactly.
And your mama going to have to know that you're here.
Exactly.
And got to be knowing that you see, leaving home, going places. When I was growing up, it was very important you represented the household. You didn't go nowhere and disrespect the Allen name. You're not taking just yourself. You're representing where you come from. You make me look like I haven't raised you and trained you.
Right.
So you're paid for stuff like that. But
right.
I love that living, man. I love
that
life.
And it was a true fact. And it still is. It holds true to this day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It holds true to this day. Well, sir, I want to thank you for spending time with me on my channel. It's Life Dude. It was a pleasure. It was a long time coming. We did an earlier interview and it didn't pan out, but at least you know the people know that you know you exist, and and we finally got you, you know, and it's been an honor and a pleasure. And I'd like to tell everybody out there, this is Mr. David Wane Allen.
Yes.
Okay, and this is my uncle. Okay, and when I was a baby, you know, he was more like my brother. And then at an early age, we ended up leaving Carolina to go upstate New York. And the first time that we met was at my aunt's funeral. And when I saw him, I broke down, and I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I couldn't wait to see him. But I was at a loss for words, and
yeah, I was happy to see you also, man.
Yeah, man. This right here, you know, it's been a pleasure, you know, for you to be. You're supposed to be my first interview, but you ended up being my second. well, kind of like the second, because this is the first interview, but the first one I ended up doing was with the wife when she was in the kitchen cooking. I don't know if you saw that video, but yeah. Yeah, but you know, at least you know, if you get a chance, check this one out. It's gonna be nice. I'm gonna put it up for tomorrow. I'm gonna put it up early and let everybody see it, because I'm gonna set everything up tonight, and I put some pictures with it so they can see it and understand what the deal is, and then while the pictures is rolling, we'll be having this conversation here.
Yeah, this is a wonderful thing to do, man, because you know, the rest of our family, we got family members that are younger than us that really need to know these things. They really need to hear these things.
Well, we need to do it again then, because there's some stories that I know that I haven't heard, you know, that is definitely going to be pinnacle. And that's a beautiful thing, to be able to, you know, hear these stories and enjoy them like this, because, I mean, you know, some of the stuff I didn't even know. Well, a lot of it I don't know. And you know, each time I talk to you,
there's a lot of it to know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it to know. What we talked about were moments that I kind of liked, I treasured. But there are some heavier moments.
Of course, that's life. I mean, there's always going to be dark and heavy moments in our lives that we don't necessarily like, but we also learn from those tragic, definite, hard situations. We ended up learning from them, and you know, like the Bible said, what don't kill you gonna make you stronger.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it's been a joy for me.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate you, Uncle. I'm glad I was able to get you and talk to you. Like I said, I'm going to put some pictures behind this. I'm going to work on this tomorrow. So it might come up in the afternoon or the evening. But either way, I'm going to put it up, and I'm going to put some pictures behind the conversation that we're having, because right now it's just audio. So that's fine. And I'm going to try to do my best to make this look good and sound good, because I'm pretty sure the people's going to enjoy and like this one.
Okay. And also, have you ever tried to do anything like Ancestor.com, try to trace things back?
No, not as of yet, because I just don't really trust that. I want to, but I don't trust it, because you know, there's so many different kind of entities trying to change our history, and that's why I don't trust it, because you know, now the more people are studying and trying to find out where they really come from, it seems like there's a push to cover up, to do more of the cover up than there actually was when we were coming up in school, because for some reason, you know, it's a real battle to you know, really trace where you come from. I understand what that is, and I understand a bit of why that is, but the fact is that, you know, God don't like ugly, and the truth will be revealed.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. And, you know, the past is important, but what's more important is the direction we're going now.
Exactly. And that's what I'm looking. That's exactly what I'm looking at. That's exactly what I'm looking at. To try and do better in life and be a better human being. And we got to start with oneself. You know,
Yeah,
you start with yourself, and that way you can, you know, you can imprint that on others, and you know, each one teach one, and as brothers and sisters all across the world, no matter where you come from, no matter who you are, the more you do that, the better you become, and the better the world is. And the more you hate, the more hate there's going to be. You spread whatever you spread. So if you do love, you give love, you show love, there'll be love. If you show hate and do all the negative stuff, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah, we have to be mindful of the things we say because
exactly.
You know, a lot of people don't realize how powerful the tongue is.
Listen. What I've learned is if I say it, it happens.
The Word of God tells me that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks.
Say that again, because I loved it.
Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So if it come out of your mouth, it come out of your heart.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
And I try to be mindful of things I say because, you know, it's been so much, man. I'm 67 years old. I'll be 67 in March.
Okay.
And I didn't start learning crucial lessons like that until in my 60s.
Wow.
I was living a carefree type of life.
Yeah, you got a little over 9 years on me.
I'll tell you like Mama used to tell me, keep living.
And that's it. I appreciate it, Uncle. I definitely appreciate it. This was a treasure and a pleasure, man. You made my day and my week because the week was going kind of woo. I got both vehicles is down. One got to go in the shop tomorrow.
Man.
Ugh.
We got more in common than you realize.
Man, believe me, you know I know. This is the thriving nature that we have.
Yesterday out on a public highway selling wood.
Mm-hmm.
Truck broke down, wouldn't start.
Oh.
I had it on for about an hour because it was cold. And I was keeping the heat on.
Right.
And it started running bad. I turned it off. Wouldn't turn back on again. So it's got to go in the shop tomorrow.
Wow.
And just got my zero turn out of the shop.
Wow.
It's one thing right after the next, man. But you know,
it's life, dude.
it's life, dude. There you go.
Yeah. That's why I named my page what I named it because me, just like you, sir, blue collar worker my whole life, and I'm telling you, you go through some stuff. There ain't no free rides. It's all about trying to get it the best way you can get it, and learning lessons and doing better each step of the way, and trying to relate to the progress that you are trying to exert in life, and that's what it's about. And I wish these kids, I just feel bad for the next generation coming up, man.
And believe it or not, those are the ones that's going to take care of us.
Whew.
That's a frightening thought.
Man, whew.
In its own self. But if they would learn to be true to themselves, quit trying to be like rappers, quit trying to be like.
But this is a construct of society. This is what society has created, and they wanted blind people so they can have some more suitable quote unquote robotic workers to do what they want them to do. To keep the fat poppers fat.
Yep, and you keep this technology running through their hands. The dumber they stay, this next presidency is the most important thing you'll probably ever vote on. Because if it goes the wrong way, there will be a one rule nation.
Well, that's what they've been working on that for a long time. It even says it in the Bible that's what's going to come to play. The Bible set it up for us a long time ago. And in the end, that's what they say that the anti one is going to be, that one world order type of thing, So, it's been written, so we can't fear what we already know.
No, you just got to prepare for it.
Yep, the best way you
You
can.
just have to prepare for it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
sir.
got to prepare.
Hello?
You know,
Hey, look at your battery.
a lot of people.
Look at your battery. See if it's dying because now your phone's breaking up.
Really?
Yeah, just check your battery. See if the what the battery look like.
Can't see it.
Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. All right. So what I'm gonna
yeah,
do?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, but you're right about that. We got to just try to do the best we can in this life, in this day and age, because we know what it is, we know what it's going to be, and we know where it comes from.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't want to realize or accept it. Me personally, I'm not going to deny where it comes from. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior.
Hey, all day long.
And I follow His teachings. I've surrendered my life to Him, and if I'm gonna spend eternity in peace, I have to let Him lead my life. You know, and others may not. Others may have their other ways of relating, but as for me, that's how I exist.
I said it earlier today, and I did a post earlier today, this morning, talking about the crazy week that I had. And I was saying, you know, I don't believe in denominations, but I do believe, you know, I'm a very, very spiritual person. And I talk to the Creator all the time, every day. And I can't do it without Him. And yes, I do believe in the blood ransom sacrifice. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir. And here's the bottom line. You have to have some type of higher power. It's not just about self. Because if it was just about self, then you would have a hand in the creation. But, you know, as a human being, we ain't create nothing.
The word of God tells me at my very best,
Mm-hmm.
I'm as a filthy rag.
Hey, less than a speck of sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we have to acknowledge that.
Yeah, because what did it take to create that one little speck of sand? That one tiny little speck of sand. Something created that.
You know, I hear a lot about Scientology. I hear a lot about evolution and how everything went boom, the world went boom, the Big Bang Theory, and
all of that.
Well, who made it go boom?
Exactly.
Who made it go?
Exactly. Well, you know, again, Darwinism is a construct of man. There's many constructs of man that is put into place to just keep somebody's pockets fatter. And each step of the way, from the beginning of time until now, it was all about gain. Well, those who don't know gain. I mean, those who don't know end up not gaining, and those who have some type of knowledge, they ended up gaining. So, you know,
I'll tell you and tell you something else, that we as a creation.
Yes, sir.
It's important for us to know exactly how.
Yeah.
We a lot of us can't just rely on faith that the Creator did this, God did this, Jesus did this. We have to
have the knowledge.
Have an explanation.
Yes.
Darwinism is an explanation. It's a wrong explanation, but
it still is one.
It's just satisfying man's nature to know. For me, God said this.
Keep seeking first the kingdom, and then the rest shall come.
There you go.
You know, I know.
You've read. I know you've read.
I don't stop reading. I continue to read.
Yeah.
Keep seeking first the kingdom, and then the rest shall come to you. The rest shall be added to you. The rest shall be added to you. Yes, sir. The rest shall be added to you. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You know, just like it said, bad association spoils youthful habits.
Yeah.
You know, But it wasn't put in quite those words, but it's the same thing. You know, if you hang around wrong, you're gonna do wrong.
Absolutely. Birds of a feather
flock together. Same thing. these parables ring true in every society.
we need to realize that what you see has gone on before. There's nothing under the sun new. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
The words of King Solomon. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
there's nothing new under the sun. Yes, sir. Nothing new under the sun.
What is has been.
And those ancient writings, if people don't understand and see that, then you have no idea, and you don't want to have any idea.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know, for a person to just deny Christ or deny the blood, I mean, what's to lose? If none of this is true, if none of this is true, what do you lose? You have lived a good life. You have lived an upstanding life. But I know everything that he's ever said is true.
Okay.
But I don't understand why people gotta, you know, they got, well, you know,
selfish reasonings. That self thing. You know, if people don't understand what humility is the absence of selfishness. Period. That's what humility is. The absence of pure and utter selfishness. If you eradicate that, life becomes something everyone can enjoy, period.
Yeah. And believe it or not, you're gonna have to be humble.
You have to.
You can be made humble.
Yeah. Oh. In life. If listen, if you are a person who tries to live life and enjoy life, then it, you know, when you get humbled, it's not that bad. But if you are a person who fights against everything, all things, everything, that humility gonna break you.
Yeah, it will.
that making you humble will break you too. When you refuse to understand something and it's right there in front of your face, life will humble you, and that ain't nothing but God right there. It will bring you.
If you allow God to humble you, He will exalt you.
Exactly.
But if you try to exalt yourself, you'll be made a base. You will be brought down low.
That's the selfishness. That's the selfishness,
you know,
yes, sir.
And it's a burden that you don't have to carry. You know?
Yeah, it's self-inflicted. Yes, it is.
If you don't have to carry it yourself, it's a burden that you don't. That's off of you.
I sent you a song that said exactly that. It was called "Can Someone Tell Me Why?" You have it somewhere, but that song, "Can Someone Tell Me Why?" It expressed that exact thought, that you don't have to. Most of it is self-inflicted.
Yeah. You don't have to carry that burden, man.
Yeah, I was talking about that today in that episode that I did today, early this morning. I was saying how, you know, a lot of the times we put stuff, we get in our own way.
Yeah. I have to talk to my wife a lot of times, man. My wife, she came from a hard upbringing, man. She's had some bad pitfalls in her life. In fact, when I met her, man, up to about 4 or 5 years ago, I just got done breaking down walls, man, that she had put up for herself because she was determined certain things she wasn't going to be subjected to anymore.
Understood.
And she meant that because
what life does to people.
Yeah, it makes you shut down. But I've been trying to tell her that everything doesn't demand a response.
You're right about
everything that. Everything don't demand a response from you. I mean,
you're right. You're right.
You don't have to get involved, and I made it clear that everything I say to you is not going to always be what you want to hear. Everything you say to me is not everything I want to hear.
That's the give and take. Yeah.
Yeah. We got to keep it pushing, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the give and take in a relationship.
Yeah, sure. For sure.
Yes, sir.
I'm working on 20 years marriage next month.
Congratulations, man. A lot of people don't understand nothing like that. I tell you what, boy, these people trading people like they trading panties.
You ain't joking, man.
Man.
You ain't joking.
Woo!
And this world, we need to pray for it because, man, there are men walking around here, man.
Oh my God, man, it's bad. It's bad.
Women, I mean, this stuff is so prevalent till it's on TV and commercials. They have implemented this stuff.
It's forced upon creation now.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's something that is hard to. Well, in the Bible it says is time's hard to deal with.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Well, it's in the Bible, and it says that there will be a time when men become lovers of themselves more than lovers of Christ.
Lovers of pleasure more than lovers of Christ. Lovers of items and things.
Yeah.
Man against man, land against land, children against parents. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And everything that they said, that we see it now, all of it.
All of it's coming.
It's already here. Yeah, it's already here.
Yeah, for real. But we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
I said it in like I said, everything we're talking about right now is what I was talking about in the earlier in my earlier video that I did today. God got it.
God got it. God got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gone, man, and just always remember and never forget that it is life, dude.